Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am currently editing this video and realized I did not put an intro in, so I'm filming this on my webcam real quick, which is why the quality does not look the best, but I started taking the core support and putting that back onto the truck and getting everything buttoned up so we can start working on the radiator and getting that whole thing set up, which you'll see in the video. But just wanted to give y'all an update before the video started so it didn't seem like I was just throwing y'all into it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and cut right in. Hey, what's up guys? Gonna do a quick little update. So last y'all saw was me putting the core support on. If we come up here and look, you can see the core support is on for the most part. Don't mind the noise, we got a fan going over there and we got the welder on over here, but got the core support on for the most part. Still need to button up a few things. I want to get some of the wiring done before I fully tighten everything. But yeah, we come up under the truck. My dad is currently working on the exhaust, so you can see the outlets here from the Holley manifolds. He's TIG welding here, getting some of the pipes done. As you can see, this comes from the manifold, come down and out, and then we have a V-band clamp going in on this side. I'm planning on using quite a few V-bands just to make this assembly easy if we need to do maintenance under the truck or anything, or need to take something off. Now, we come this way. You can see I have my radiator out. So I did go with a brand new all aluminum radiator. It does have a transcooler built in, which uses this spot and this spot. I do have adapters so that can run to the TAC 6AN lines that I ran from the transmission in a previous video. This is an engineered cooling products radiator. It's more styled for a 350 where it has the inlet on one side and the outlet on the other, as opposed to having them both in on the same side. So more tailored for like a 350 or small block Chevy, but it will work for our needs. It has 4 mounting locations as well on there that we will be utilizing, and what I'm currently working on is a shroud for it. And I will go ahead and show you kind of the design I have. I plan on having the shroud come up to the insides here and then cover the full bottom and the full top, just to give it some added support, and then it will also be bolting to these mounting points, as well as the radiator mounting to the firewall, those points as well. So I'm going to go take you over and show you kind of what I have designed for the shroud. Alright, as y'all can see, I have my radiator shroud that I designed in the middle of the screen. I went through and did all the CAD for it, so I started with a hand sketch, got all the measurements I needed, specifically the measurements for the radiator itself, those outside dimensions, and then I got the measurements off the fans to get the center diameter of the hole and the 4-hole bolt patterns to the sides. As you can see, I did design it to where it's very tight for the fans. The fans are pretty much touching, if not touching in the middle. And then I think they're slightly overhanging from the side, but it might be right on the money. I can't quite remember right now, but yeah, have it all modeled. I have all my bends on here for the sheet metal, the correct thickness of material. Everything is there and accounted for, really. Go to this next tab. Here's the sheet that I printed out. This is the drawing for it. So this has all my measurements, and this is what I use to guide the build off of. This is how I designed the radiator shroud and got it to where it fits perfectly on the radiator. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut back to the video. I'm probably going to have to show you guys this on CAD later, but this is the design. This is what it will look like, kinda. That's the isometric view of it. And this is the flat view of the sheet that I will be making and then bending. So you can see I have all my dimensions here. I am running 2 12-inch fans, so one 12-inch here and one 12-inch here. You can see I have my marks for where I will be folding over the steel sheets that I'm using. So I am using a steel sheet instead of aluminum, just because that's what I could find easier locally. So I'm using 22 gauge steel, and then I will be powder coating it, just because you don't see that a lot. So you usually see bare aluminum. I want to do a powder coated one and see how it turns out anyway. I will also show you the mock-up of the radiator and the fans in there. So I'm doing about a 3/4 inch spacing for this, just because that's kind of what I have clearance for. I don't have a whole lot of clearance in there, but we'll make it work. And I can always cut this down later if need be, as opposed to making it longer. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, is 3/4 spacing, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and make all my marks from here onto this steel sheet, and then we will move forward. Alright, just finished measuring everything up. I got all my measurements and marks on here on where I need to cut, where I need to bend, where I need to drill holes for the fans. So everything here is nice and good as far as that goes. So like I said, I'm going to take it, I will shear those off, the excess material, and then I will also bend up the tabs that I need. Then they'll get welded, etc., drill holes, you know. So yeah, I will show that when I am at the next stage of it. Now, going under the truck, you can see my dad's made some progress with the exhaust. So kind of along the lines I was thinking was, we'll come from the manifold, so manifold on this side, manifold on this side, come down straight across. We will incorporate a Y pipe here, so it's going to be 2.5, 2.5, and then those will go into 1 3-inch. We'll bring the muffler up somewhere on this section, and then we are going to loop the exhaust through. And I don't know if I've told you guys, but I plan on having the exhaust come out the bed. So we'll be drilling a big hole in the bed side here, and this is where the exhaust will be coming out. So this is where we're going to be wrapping up today. Get back to you guys when we start working on the truck again. Alright guys, I got my radiator shroud bent up in all the places it needed to be bent. It isn't the straightest thing in the world, it's pretty close, so it's going to take some massaging, but I will get it to where I need to. It fits pretty snugly. I still need to go and drill my bolt holes, and then drill out the big, well, drill and then cut out the big hole for the actual fans. Yeah, so that's what progress I've made on this. I'm going to go ahead and get those done. Alright, as y'all can see, I have the hole cut out, actually both holes cut out. I ended up using a jigsaw to cut most of it, and then I finished it up with the Dremel. You can kind of see where I had the Dremel. It's a little dirtier over there, but everything looks like it fits pretty well. So this is what it looks like with one fan on. I do have the second fan. I'll put it on the other side at some other point in time, but yeah, I got the holes cut out. Everything fits pretty well, at least from what I can tell so far. All the holes line up where I measured them for the Mishimoto slim air fan. I ended up with these fans because Mishimoto is, one, a good brand, so I figured I would go with a pretty good brand for my cooling system as far as fans go. And also it is their slim series of fans, so this is a 12-inch fan. It is a slim fan, so I don't have a huge depth off the surface of the shroud coming out into the engine bay. That way I have clearance for the accessory drive on the engine. So that's kind of the rationale behind this choice of fan. And I am running 2, as you can see. I'm pretty sure I've said that before, and if it's not obvious, yeah. So yeah, next thing is to actually get the shroud fitted on the radiator pretty well, get it fitted to where it'll slide on and off pretty easily. Then we're going to end up welding the corners together. We got to make tabs to mount to the radiator, and then it will be getting powder coated. So those are the next steps. Here is the progress update on the exhaust. So we got the Y pipe coming together. You can see we got the section where the 2 2.5-inch pipes go into the 1 3-inch. all fully welded. Got the V-band clamps welded on. As you can see, everything is looking pretty good. Go up under the truck. You can see the downpipe pieces have the O2 sensors welded in, the bungs for them, so there's that side, and here is this side. So we are making a lot of progress. Okay guys, while I am working on the radiator shroud, I am also working on some of this power wiring. So this is my main power cable. It goes to this fuse, and then it runs from this fuse all the way to the other side to the fuse box. Well, also connected to it is this cable, which is for the alternator, and as you can see, that is by no means going to reach the alternator, especially when mounted. So I got to make new cables for this. I will probably just end up cutting the battery cable, and I will recrimp it over here along with a new cable for the alternator. I'll have that run along to the other side and get to the back of the alternator. So I kind of want to get this done before the radiator stuff, because I got to get this wiring to where it'll actually run cleanly underneath, and yeah, the radiator is going to go on top of it, so it doesn't make sense to get the radiator in and mounted before I do this. So I'm going to get this wiring done, taken care of, and then I will get back to the radiator and the housing for it. After a little bit of work, I actually finished up bolting the core support on. I got it fully bolted in now. I was missing some of the bolts, the fender bolts, to get that done. So it is completely in and solid. Moving the whole truck. I did get some of the wiring ran down in here. It's kind of dark. Oh, there it goes. I did get some of the wiring ran down here. It is a lot tighter. I do have some wires going across the bottom here, so I need to get that to a point where it will be tidy, tucked up, and out of the way. Still have yet to get to that, but it is getting better. We are making progress. Hey, what's up guys? I know it's been a little bit since I have actually updated y'all in this video making the cooling system for the truck, but I have a pretty big update. We have made a lot of progress off screen, essentially. So we come over here and look. You can see that I have the radiator shroud done, and it has the fans already bolted up. I did go ahead and end up powder coating it. It's the same sparkly color that I have on everything else. You can kind of see it there. Should give off a nice sheen on the top side once it's installed in the engine bay. The radiator mounts are completely done. My dad went ahead and fabbed those up for me. So pretty much this whole setup is ready to go in the truck. The way we have it is, if you look at the back side of the radiator, there is a, or not the radiator, but the radiator shroud, there's a lip there, and that lip clips into the bottom side of the radiator. So my dad will show you. And then it slides across the top like so, and then we have two bolt holes that will tighten everything down. And there we go. You can kind of see there's a seal here that seals it all the way around on the edges. Does the same thing on the other side. Basically any of the sharp edges, we have the seal going along just to give it a nice finish, a clean touch. Here, let me get a light on so you can actually see this. There we go. So now you can see that seal going right along the edge. I mean, it's pretty much completely sealed off, which is good when it comes to actually having the fans work the way they're supposed to, because you want the fans to blow the air through, not just driving by. The other purpose is you want this to draw from the whole area of the radiator, not just where the fan is. So like you can see the gaps across the top here and across the bottom. Otherwise that would just be lost cooling potential through this radiator. So that's the reasoning you want the shroud, and like I said, I wanted to powder coat it. You can kind of see the rainbow effect going across the top now. It should look really good in the truck. I did the same thing with the brackets going to the firewall, so it is ready to install in the truck. Well, we're running into an issue right now where the fan shroud's actually hitting the water pump pulley, so not good. Alright, due to our clearance issue with the fan hitting the water pump, we actually trimmed down the end of the water pump here. So that is where you're supposed to screw on a clutch fan that's run off your engine, off your drivetrain, your pulley system. But since we have electric fans, we don't need that. So trimmed a little bit off to get the clearance we needed. We didn't go too far. We didn't want to go too far into it just because the actual pulley here is pressed on. So we got it enough to hopefully get our clearance and we should be good to go. I know it's hard to see, but with that we were able to get just enough clearance in there. You can kind of see the gap right there. And yes, this radiator will move back and forth a little bit. It will self-clearance itself. It's not going to hit the fan blades or anything, so we are not really worried with it. But everything looks good. This is what it looks like with the radiator in, the shroud. Like I said previously, I did powder coat it, and it looks really good. So yeah, one step closer. Okay, yeah, so pretty much the radiator is now mounted. Obviously, we still need hoses for it. We also have to put the transmission lines on, so we got to put the dash 6 AN 90 degree ends onto the lines, and then we have to put the adapters on the radiator and then, you know, screw them in. Then we'll have that done. We got to do some, actually we don't have to do anything else to it. We just got to put the hoses on, the transmission lines on. I just hooked up the wiring for the fans, so the fans should be good to go now. That's pretty much it right there. We look here, you can see my external fuse box. So I did get that going, relay and fuse box, and I have a bus bar for my ground. So got all that done, and that's what's hooked up to the power for the electric fans. I have the relays hooked up. Everything looks really good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.